Well, I wanted the title of the game to convey something spiritual, and somehow I remembered the word ASTA, which means the path to nirvana. At the start of the game, players find themselves in a vast world with nothing to lose. But gradually, through adventures, battles, and competitions, they have the chance to attain nirvana. We also developed a madness scenario. Even after reaching nirvana, the max level, players engage in endless realm wars between Asu and Huangchan, as well as wars between the fallen warriors of nirvana and the gods. We've worked hard to make ASTA both familiar and original at the same time. As developers, our main concern was to respect players' previous gaming experiences while exposing them to a new world. The story of ASTA begins with a goddess and her creator who are cast to samsara. Their only chance at re-entering heaven rests with ASTA, the gate of God, but in order to find this gate, both will have to be reborn as humans. One group, Asu, believed in Arita, the god of life. The other group, Huangchan, believed in Dark, the god of death. Yet these believers were not yet aware of each other's existence. As time went on, people started to dream of becoming warriors of the gods, fighting in epic battles and following their ancestors to nirvana, thereby saving their own lands. As fate would have it, two friends on the path to nirvana were irreparably separated from one another when one was crowned king of Asu and the other was crowned king of Huangchan. Over time, they became bitter enemies. Set in an Eastern background, ASTA tells the story of two continents engulfed in a battle over conflicting beliefs and the war between the gods.
Our emphasis has been on how the character experiences the journey to nirvana, so our biggest concern was how to attract players with an Eastern fantasy title that avoided the cliché kung fu style approach. We did this in several ways. First, compared to other Eastern games, which typically employ realistic and serious graphics, we tried to introduce a cartoon-like style. For example, we avoided tense and strained impressions, instead using curves in our design to emphasize the beauty of Eastern elements. Second, by using vivid colors, we have incorporated a touch of fantasy to ASTA. We are planning to create a colorful landscape by directly drawing the object mapping, with an emphasis on the richness of colors and graphics. Finally, we are working on elements that will help players experience a whole new world based on Eastern traditions. When designing costumes or buildings, we have intentionally given them an Eastern look, but without making them appear dated. By combining both traditional and modern components, we have managed to make the graphics refreshing and fantastic.
One of ASTA's main goals is to be a game that everyone can enjoy, even players who are new to MMORPGs. There are many action games with non-targeting systems nowadays, but ASTA is aimed at players who are not very good at controlling the keyboard and the mouse simultaneously. These players will be able to easily enjoy ASTA. Some decision-making is required, such as in PvP mode when responding to other players, but even this is still enjoyable with the simple controls. Concerning ASTA's PvP system, it is based on the conflict between two worlds, Asu and Huangchan, which is represented in the RVR system. We are also focusing more on creating large-scale RVR battles with lots of players on a large battlefield, rather than creating small battles for small parties supported by MMORPG. Players at various levels can participate in large-scale battles with their own roles. We are thinking of siege warfare between realms, like in the Dark Age of Camelot, and battlefields with a lot of large weapons. One of the problems that many developers face is harmonizing solo and group play. Generally, players who do not have a lot of time for games prefer content that supports solo play, without help from other players. ASTA offers an environment in which players can freely choose to play alone or to play in a party. For example, the difficulty level found in a dungeon depends on the number of players participating. This ensures that the experience will be satisfying for everyone, from solo players to players in grouped parties. Our ultimate goal is to design content that allows people to play whenever they want and however they want. ASTA offers lots of adventures and encourages players to explore new territories and look for hidden stories. Also, if a player runs out of food during an adventure, he or she can forage for fruits. Players can also look for hidden passages in forests and enjoy many other unique experiences. Besides participating in battles, players can also have production or assistant jobs. Using the strength of the CryEngine system with lighting and shadow, time changes can be portrayed in the world of ASTA. Users can feel the changes between night and day, and we are planning to update these effects based on time and weather changes. Such changes have a close relationship to the game contents and can directly affect gameplay. Aside from the player's skills, there are many items that can be used in battles and in non-combat situations. To gain advantage in a battle, players can use throwing items with special effects, or even detonate items. Moreover, players can use special items to transform into monsters, or even common objects found in the world to carry out quests or to affect the battlefield. Players can even use summoning items to tame monsters and have them fight in battles. I look forward to meeting with players from all around the world very soon. ASTA.